A few minutes ago, stirred into action at the side of their Dolphins, emerging from the Hard Rock Stadium tunnels, and we're ready to go as the Dolphins get set to match up with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. First carry for Kenyon Drake, and he'll get this one up to the 26. And Duke Riley will get credit for the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Tiger. 30. Zebra. Here you go, Tiger. Zebra.
To throw on 2nd down is Tannehill. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
So after the sack of Tannehill, the Dolphins come up here on a 3rd and long.
Hustle, we're walking. We're all walking. Let's go, get set. Hey, 20. No. Hey, 20.
Now it's Tannehill. And he finds Stills, complete. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, they just treated 3rd and long as simply an opportunity to make an even bigger play. Normally, you're just trying to pick up the first down and you know where the sticks are. They took this thing way downfield. Confidence in the receivers to go up and make a play, even with defenders around them.
On 1st down, it's Tannehill. It's caught. Stills, right side. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Play.
Tannehill on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bruce Irvin. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Triple play. Tiger. Go. Hip. Motion. Hunt.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. And he's going to go down again. Brooks Reed in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That sacks on back-to-back plays.
Goose. Go. Zebra. Tight right. Play. Hip. Hey, 20.
3rd and long, it's Tannehill. And Amendola with a catch. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
And Stills bringing it in and taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. First foray into the red zone for Miami. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise
he'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Grady Jarrett breaking through to get him for a loss of 7.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So after the sack of Tannehill, the Dolphins come up here on a 3rd and long.
Hip. Hustle, we're walking. We're all walking. 42 to Mike, 42. 42 to Mike. Right there. Hey, 20.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up. The ball's over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that part. I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 22. They run the play fake to Coleman. Now Ryan. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Let's go.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons are in for 6. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Well, you know, CD, the Miami Dolphins, if there was an award for the most difficult team to figure out this year, it might have to go to Miami. Now, look, you go into Week 16 and 17, it's still an outside shot to make the playoffs. And the Miami miracle they had, but that was followed by the dismantling in Minnesota. It has been a tough team to figure out, has it not?
It certainly has, and they had their opportunities. Remember early in the season when they went to New England to play, they were undefeated at that point, got jumped on, and it led to a 2-6 stretch in the middle of the season that likely will be their downfall, and that's what they'll look at if they don't make the playoffs.
And they've been Jekyll and Hyde. At home, they've been really good, and on the road, they've been really bad. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
On first down, Tannehill. He dumps it off to Drake. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He's to the 10, and did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on barreling through them, picking up first downs.
So jumping over. He was looking.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Kenyon Drake taking it in from a yard out. And the Dolphins are in for 6. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Sanders now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Well, the Atlanta Falcons, their offense takes the field again, and the story for them this year, if you had to sum it up in one word, I think you would agree, it's been injuries in 2018. This is not the year they expected to have.
And it really happened on both sides of the ball, but it happened bigger on the defensive side of the ball. Keanu Neal, their free safety. Ricardo Allen, their strong safety. Deion Jones missed 10 games at middle linebacker. Flip it over to the offense. Devontae Freeman missed much of the season at running back. Both starting guards, Brandon Fusco and Andy Levitre, were both out. You're exactly right. Injuries were the name of the game for the Falcons in 2018. Hopefully they can get everyone back and move forward because that's a dynamite team when they're all together.
Here's Coleman. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Ryan. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. They'll get 6 on the play, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
Get up! Gun! 22!
Play action. Ryan. He's airing it out for Sanu. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Hey, gun. 21!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Clock running, and the Falcons moving with a sense of urgency. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. So a field goal try here on 4th down as the Falcons call on Matt Bryant. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And Bryant's kick is good. And that will knot us up at 10. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. The Dolphins' offense now heads back on the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm willing to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Let's go, get set. Play. Go, zero. Hey, 20. Hey, 20.
Here's Tannehill now on 2nd down. And now he'll tuck it and run. Tannehill able to take off and pick up the 1st as well. 1st down now, but that clock rolling.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
From the 50, it's Tannehill. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there just before halftime. 49 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Tiger. Tight right.
On 1st and goal, Drake. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. So it's 3rd and goal, and now the question, can this Falcon defense stand tall once more? The final shot here before the break, Tannehill. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Mike Gesicki in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins have broken our tie as they take the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Sanders now to kick this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Ryan being chased out left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal. Now they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half. Then he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now up to 14. Sanders now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cameron Wake in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
On 2nd down, Ryan. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. On 3rd down, Ryan going underneath. It's Coleman. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
On first down, Drake. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
His throw caught right around the 6. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a third time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
He'll get it up the middle. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Kenyon Drake punching it in from a yard away. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Sanders now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Looking downfield for Jones. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. To throw on third down, Ryan. Caught on the right side by Jones. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping them from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. Drops it off for Coleman. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. Ryan now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's first and 10. Throwing again, Ryan. It's caught over the middle, Hooper. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Well, partner, league-wide, I think we're set up for a wild month of January. It seems like this season, more than others, we've had a number of teams that you maybe say, hey, they're the Super Bowl favorites. Kind of the Rams early, then it was the Chiefs. Patriots kept winning, then the Saints, and now, heck, maybe even the Texans or the Bears could claim that moniker.
Yeah, it's going to make for a wild month of January. And you just wonder right now, are we missing a team or two that's just a little bit outside the playoff hunt? Could they get hot and be those teams you don't want to play and carry that momentum all the way to the Super Bowl? Yes, I'm looking at the Indianapolis Colts as one of those teams.
On second down, it's Drake. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. The Dolphins on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
30! Here you go, Tiger. Go! Hey, 20. Watch switch. Deuce. I got it.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. And it's caught by Parker. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one will go down as 33 yards on the third down conversion. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Tannehill. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Mike Gesicki, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. And he puts it through. Sanders now to kick this one away. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Now it's Ryan.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the...
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. They give him a gain of 38. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. 2nd and 10. It's Ryan again. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, 32 yards. And the Falcons cut into that lead.
Everybody likes to see the long ball thrown, but when you throw it underneath and you see someone catch the ball, secure it, make their moves, and then turn it into bigger plays.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Fighting through. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now. All of a sudden, they have quite a bit of breathing room. This was a one-score game, but touchdowns on their last 2 drives, and now comfort is here, so to speak.
It certainly is for them. Now, I've been in this situation before on the flip side of this. And all that's going on there is a little bit of finger pointing. Hey, what's going on? How can we stop them? Can someone make a play to try and stop this momentum?
Well, they're going to be ball hawking because they need a turnover on that other side. And over the middle, this is Parker. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A very solid gain of 27. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
They go play action here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
After the interception, here's Ryan. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. To throw is Ryan. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Cameron Wake in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. Now Ryan on 2nd down. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. He'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now he'll let it go deep over the... And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. Now he's forced out left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Bruce Irvin in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Deep, deep. Hip, hip, hip. Go. Hip, hip, hip.
Here's Tannehill. Going up top. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
3rd and long, it's Tannehill. It's complete to Parker, left side. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A gain of 19 and picking up the 1st.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and look like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Now it's Tannehill. He dumps it off to Drake. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A gain of 4 on the play. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Play action. It's Tannehill. Over the middle, complete. That's Parker. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Now, that's a big pickup right there, and so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking on play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
2nd, 3rd levels, you can see them trying to recover. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Kenyon Drake, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins add on to their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Sanders now to kick this one away. On the return, here's Justin Hardy. Oh, good move. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Ryan. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
Let's go. Wait. Right.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Wide open receiver complete. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Ryan throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep